is March 22nd, 7:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am going live on Twitch. Make sure to follow me there at twitch.tv/starflagmedia if you haven't already. Yeah, today's short broadcast that we're gonna do, usually around 10 minutes or so every day, and then we're gonna try to move into a format where once a week we get some friends over and we talk about what's been going on in the week, be it gaming related, highlight what we've discussed over the past week in our videos here, or just in general pop culture news or something that's huge in the news. We're gonna kind of see what the format kind of sticks to, and find something that works, and occasionally we'll deviate from that plan a little bit. So today's news is gaming related, and it comes from our good friend at Nintendo Prime once again with another rumor and another leak and speculation. Right, this time Nintendo Prime talks about Donkey Kong open world game that may be coming to Nintendo's platforms. Supposedly, it's an open world Donkey Kong game made by the same people, same team internally at Nintendo now, behind the Mario Odyssey game. Originally, supposedly this game had been worked on internally through Activision's Vicarious Visions department, developer of many games that I've played in the past, and apparently it wasn't going swimmingly. It was there for about 4+ years, and then Nintendo yanked it out from them and is having Mario's team behind it on this rumored title. So what he touched upon in the video, or on his explanations, I should say, is more along the lines of Donkey Kong Country, or Donkey Kong 64, I should say, where it's more 3D open world oriented. Apparently, in this, he saw an actual video of this video game that's being produced, and you can slide through the trees the way Disney's Tarzan was doing in the movie, I guess. And supposedly this might be, since we're late in the game for Nintendo systems now with the Switch, this game may be pushed to debut on Nintendo's next platform, and Switch 2 or whatever Nintendo decides to call it. It's similar to Breath of the Wild as far as scope. In open world, except of course being in a jungle-like setting. Supposedly other insiders have seen this video as well, and it may be tied to the Super Mario Brothers movie that's coming out this summer. If that's the case, then that means that when Nintendo took this away from Vicarious Visions, then they revamped it to set it in line with Mario Brothers movie. It may also supposedly fall under the Mario Odyssey universe as far as art style, and to fall in line with what's going on in their multiverse. I guess is no longer going to be a multiverse. They're trying to kind of streamline everything along. So yeah, it may be tied to the new Mario's movie and set in the Mario Odyssey universe. A couple things that I kind of want to. Of course, we're going to take this with a huge grain of salt, right? Nintendo Prime has gotten things right in the past, but there's some red flags in this particular story for me. First one being Nintendo outsourcing to Vicarious Visions for a franchise like Donkey Kong, and then after giving them the franchise for 4+ years of development, having the game pulled from under them, and then giving to an internal Nintendo team. It just doesn't sound like something Nintendo does often. We have seen them partner before with people like Sega. We have seen them partner with Namco Bandai, and to some success with those games that they produced. But we've never seen them really partner with Activision in this kind of a way, and less so with a major franchise. With Sega, we've seen things like F Zero. With Namco Bandai, we've seen them help with development on Smash Bros. Or what's another Star Fox. They've helped with the Star Fox developments. Yeah, so we can see, and even the F Zero arcade game, we can see them going to third parties when it comes to some games, but I've never seen them hand over a major franchise like Donkey Kong or Super Mario to a third party and go, yeah, go ahead, make a mainline game and have at it. So that's the first red flag with this story that I had. The second one is the fact that he says other insiders have seen this game, but nobody's talked about it. Not really. We've heard some rumors here and there, but it's been pretty quiet. Another thing is that they had this working title of Donkey Kong Freedom. Uh, this may be just internally a development name, but you think that we would have more leaks at this point, right? Not just Nintendo Prime, not just his videos or his channel or his sources. Having supposedly have multiple insiders seen the development, seen the video in progress. You would think that there would be a lot more information of this out there, even if it was a canceled project. Something would have come out. Something would have come out by now. Um, not saying that screenshots or even video footage of this would exist, but the word would have been out by now. 4+ years in Vicarious Visions being yanked out. That's a third party. Who knows what kind of security protocols they have going on over there. And then moving it over to Nintendo and redoing this thing to be set in the Mario Odyssey universe. It's that's just a lot of information to take in from one source and then just say, yeah, this is going to happen. Um, we haven't gotten a proper 3D Donkey Kong game, and since Donkey Kong 64. So this would be fun if it is true. I like to think that Nintendo is working on something along the lines of a Mario game for Donkey Kong, like a 3D Mario game. We did have Tropical Freeze, and those that's basically a Wii U game, and brought on over to Switch, and it's a fantastic game. And Donkey Kong Country Returns series is just beautiful to look at. They're difficult. They're just great games all around, right? And they're made by Retro, who we know makes fantastic games. So another thing is to take and pull away the Donkey Kong series from Retro, who's had huge success with the series, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Another thing that they talked about was that Shigeru Miyamoto was involved in this game, and I can see, we all know he's taken a back seat lately, and he's really kind of slowly but surely passing the torches on to other teams. He isn't directly involved with Zelda anymore. He may come in and give insight or consult. But for the most part, it's another team. And same thing with Super Mario. He's just taking a back seat. He might take a producer role, but he's not really hands on the way he used to be. So to say that he's directly involved with this Donkey Kong project, maybe, maybe this is one that he really holds close to his heart because hey, Donkey Kong was his first big game, right? Um, I just don't know. So yeah, those are all kind of red flags for me with this particular thing. But let's talk about wishful thinking. Then yeah, it'd be great to have a new Donkey Kong 3D adventure. Um, to have it be as big as the Legend of Zelda, I mean that would be different, especially for a game that I think is aimed at a younger audience, like Donkey Kong. Big furry mascot. It's not exactly what I first thought of as open world, but hey, maybe if it's like an open world that takes you into more of direct platforming games or platforming levels, I should say, kind of the way Sonic Frontiers does, except better. And I know there's a lot of you out there who swear by Sonic Frontiers being a great game. It just felt barren, open world, and empty to me, with some decent Sonic levels that we've had for the last 15 years. To me, it wasn't like such huge uh, leap and bounds difference from what we've got before. But if they take that idea and put it to Donkey Kong, and with Nintendo's team behind it, you very possibly have a hit on your hands on this. In this case, um, for it not being on Nintendo Switch, well, that would make sense unless they announce it this summer on Nintendo's Direct for the latter half of what's happening in the fiscal year for the Switch. Um, which I don't see happening, then this very well could have been a game that is pushed back to Nintendo's next platform, whatever that may be. We did have an original story plan today regarding a Nintendo Switch 2 leak. However, later on, the person who had the original leaked information retracted uh, what they originally thought had been set in stone, which was that the next platform was going to be using a NVIDIA Tegra chip. And he himself said that turned out that that was not the case, and so they retracted that story. So the next big thing that I saw was this Donkey Kong Freedom story. And yeah, I'm interested to see what happens, and if this is something that's coming. Let me know what you guys think. Is this game going to come to Nintendo Switch? Is it coming to Nintendo Switch 2? Is this something that you're interested? Do you even like Donkey Kong games anymore? Or do you only like those 2D Donkey Kong games? Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit like on the video or dislike. Give me your opinion on the progress that we're making here. And subscribe if you like it. Really helps the channel out. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/starflagmedia, and here on YouTube at youtube.com/@starflagmedia. And thank you. Have a good day.